for joining me for Art Attack today. Today we are going to be creating a banner of thanks. And if you picked up your kit at the library, then you should have gotten a little plastic baggie that has all kinds of stuff. There's this that has some very basic directions and a leaf that says I'm thankful for, and a whole pile of cutout leaves. And then also it has an orange ribbon. So we're going to put these pieces to the side. And from home, you're going to want to make sure that you have a marker. I like to use just a permanent fine point Sharpie, but you can use really whatever you want. And also something like a paper clip, and I'll show you why in just a moment, but a paper clip or a bobby pin, something like that would work. So this is a pretty simple craft, but we're just going to go through it together. So the reason that you need this paper clip is you might want to twist it a little bit so it sticks out. But you'll notice in the top of your leaves, you have these tiny little circles. And we're just going to use the paper clip to kind of poke them. So then you can pull them out. Just like that. And then that's going to make it so that your leaves are able to go on to your ribbon. So I'm going to put that to the side, and I'll show you again, see if you can get a better view of the circles. So like right here and here, you'll see these little tiny circles, and you're just going to poke through. And you don't necessarily have to have something like a paper clip or a bobby pin or toothpick. You don't necessarily have to have something like that to do this. It just makes it a little bit easier. It's a little bit trickier if you're just using your hands. So I'm just going to go through and make sure to do all of these. Okay, so now that you've got them all punched out, I did these ones earlier. And I actually wrote on these ones earlier as well. So you're going to punch out your holes, and then you're going to write things that you're thankful for. And something I think that would be really fun to do is if you had your whole family join in and you gave each person in your family at least one leaf so that they could write something that they're thankful for. And then you could put it all together. I think that would be really nice. So I just wrote things like the library. Of course, I'm thankful for the library, and I'm thankful for my house, and my pets, and books, of course, friends, and family. So now I have to think of, let's see, 4 other things that I am thankful for. So I am thankful for, let's see, I'll put my favorite food. I am thankful for pizza. And I am thankful for, let's see, I'm thankful for my car. It's very nice to have a car to get me around. Okay, and then 2 other things I'm thankful for. Let's see. I'm thankful for coffee, but coffee is not something you should drink till you're an adult, but I love coffee, so I'm going to say I'm thankful for coffee. And I'm thankful for one last thing. Let's see. All right, and I absolutely love flowers, so I'm going to write down that I'm thankful for flowers. But you can put whatever you like, and like I said, I think this would be a really nice project to get your whole family in on, and you can give everybody 1 or 2 leaves, whatever you want to do. Okay, so now that we have all of the leaves have writing, just like that, and all of the holes are punched out, And we have our big one too. We have the holes punched out there. So then we're just gonna simply put them onto the ribbon that we got. So on your sheet that you received in your kit, you'll see they have a pattern here. So you can follow that pattern if you like, or you can create your own pattern. My advice to you is to do this on the table before you put it on the ribbon, so you don't have to keep stringing and unstringing it if you don't like how it turns out. So let's see, I know that I probably want to have the yellow ones all the way at the end. So I'm going to put them at the end, and then I think I want to do, let's see, I think I want to do the red right next to this one in the middle, and then I'll do the green, and then I'll do the orange, and then I'll do the green. So I'm going to do yellow, green, orange, green, red, yellow, red, green, orange, green, yellow. That's how mine's going to go. So what you're going to do is you can do this a couple different ways, but I think the way that's probably going to be the easiest is I'm actually going to start with the middle one. So first thing I'm going to, and you can put tape around the bottom of your ribbon, which I think I might end up doing because it's just going to get more and more frayed as it goes through. Yeah, we're going to have to do that. Okay, let me go ahead and grab some tape. Okay, you can just use regular old Scotch tape. That is completely fine. So what you're going to do, because otherwise it's going to keep getting more and more frayed. So it is going to get harder and harder to weed it through the holes. So you just kind of put the tape over the end, and you're going to have a little bit more space past the end of the ribbon. So then you're just going to wrap the tape around. I think I made my piece a little bit too big, but that's okay. And you're just going to wrap it around. You're going to try to make it super, super tight. So then you can make it like into a point. So it's almost like, and I just ripped some extra off. I'll put that to the side. So it's almost like you're making like a little, like a sewing needle or something. You know, you're going to try, I mean, you could probably, you can get it pointier than this, but it's kind of like a shoelace. So then that should make it a little bit easier. So I'm going from the back to the front. Yeah, that made it a lot easier. And then you go through like that, from the front to the back. And you're going to need to just pull through, let's see about where the center is. I think a little bit more. And then you're just going to pull your leaf to where you want it. And we'll keep going. So I'm going from the back. You can go from the front if you like, but I think it'll look nice if you start in the back. So go from the back to the front, and then the front to the back. Just like that. And then you pull through. So that's what it looks like so far. I'm just going to keep going. And I'm leaving a little bit of space in between them. And you can always push it, they're not knotted or anything, so you can push them back and forth as you need to. So I think I might actually need to push this down a little bit farther, so I can fit my last couple of leaves on here. Okay, so I've got those on there pretty well. And so at this point you can take off the tape on this side. You just go ahead and just take that tape off, and then you can put tape on the other end, so then we can feed our other leaves through. on the other end. And if you're having some trouble, taking your tape off just like I am, you could always just take a pair of scissors and just snip the edge off. I think that's what I might end up doing because this is really stuck on here. Oh, there I go. I got it. So I don't have to cut it, but you can always just snip the end off. That's fine. Okay, so I'm taking the other side and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to get a little piece of tape and I'm going to put like halfway on, halfway off that little end of the ribbon. And then just kind of roll it around a couple of times. So we have a nice little point there. Oops. Okay, so now we have a nice little point to go through the leaves. Okay. And then I had all of my leaves laid out how I wanted to put them on. So now I'm working my way, remember, from the center out. So from the back, oops, I'm going to squish that a little bit more. And then back to the front. And the front to the back. Okay, and then you just pull it down. And again. Back to the front. And front to the back. And just keep going till all of your leaves are on there. Oops. And again, you don't have to put your leaves in the same pattern that I'm putting mine. It's totally up to you. You don't even have to put them in a pattern if you prefer to just have them any which way. That's your decision because it's your project. Okay. Okay, so let's get that little piece of tape off from the end. I think I smushed this on here pretty good, so it might take me a second. All right, there we go. I got that off. And remember, if you're having trouble getting it off, you can always snip it off. Okay, so I'm going to see. I like about how far they're spaced out, but let me see. I think you can always, if you want to see if they're even, you can measure up the ribbon. I think mine are actually pretty even because just a little bit. It's just a little bit of difference where the leaves start. So I'm okay with that. Let me just double check that they're all spaced nicely how I like them. And the ribbon goes pretty well through these little holes that are in there. So you shouldn't have to worry about making knots or anything like that. They should just stay pretty well. So then I'll start so you can see. Then you have all of your leaves just like that, strung up on your ribbon. And you can hang this wherever you like in your house. You might want to ask your mom or your dad, or even if you're having Thanksgiving dinner maybe at your grandparents' house or something like that, you can ask if maybe you can hang this up. That'd be like a nice thing for your family to see, all the things your family's grateful for. That would be so nice. I'm sure your parents would love to hang it in their house as well. But it's just a nice little thing to remind us of all of the great things in our lives and to just, be happy that we have so much to be thankful for. So I really hope that you liked this project. And I hope that you will join me for the next Art Attack.